Hi, welcome back to 5 Minute Mark. Today I'll be recapping the movie Pet in just 5 minutes. Watch out, spoilers ahead. Seth is a quiet and socially withdrawn man, living a dull, repetitive life working at an animal control center. His only real comfort comes from caring for the animals there, especially a dog named Lexi, whom he becomes emotionally attached to. One night on the bus ride home, he notices Holly, a girl he remembers from high school, though they never spoke back then. Summoning his courage, he awkwardly approaches her, but she doesn't recognize him and quickly leaves. That night, curiosity overtakes him, and he searches for her online. Discovering she owns a dog gives him a sense of connection, and his fixation on her deepens into obsession. Hoping to impress her, he seeks dating advice, but his world falls apart when Lexi is scheduled to be euthanized. Because of his living situation, he can't adopt her, and holding her during her final moments leaves him devastated. Grief-stricken, Seth's obsession with Holly grows. He stalks her online, learns where she works, and visits the diner where she waitresses. Again, she doesn't recognize him, and when he asks her out, she politely declines, claiming to have a boyfriend. Seth doesn't believe her and insists she's lying, making her uncomfortable. That night, Holly senses she's being followed, and she's right. Seth has been watching her from a distance. She confides in her roommate Claire, who tells her she's just overthinking. Meanwhile, Holly receives a drunken call from her ex, Eric. Claire encourages her to give him another chance, but she refuses. The next day, Holly receives an anonymous bouquet at work and assumes it's from Eric. She tells him to stop sending flowers, but he insists it wasn't him. That night, Seth appears outside the bar, confessing that he sent the flowers and has been following her. Holly, feeling disturbed, panics and tries to flee, but he blocks her path. Eric shows up just in time, beats Seth up, and leaves him lying on the ground, where Seth notices Holly has dropped her journal. He takes it home and becomes consumed by its contents, filled with Holly's raw emotions, secrets, and personal struggles. Believing he's meant to save her, Seth finds an unused storage room at work and begins converting it into a crude holding cell. He orders supplies online and experiments with sedatives on himself. One night, he breaks into Holly's apartment, drugs her, and smuggles her into the shelter unnoticed. When Holly wakes up, she finds herself trapped in a filthy cage. Seth starts visiting regularly, rationing her food and water, claiming it's part of her healing. Holly begins hallucinating Claire, who becomes a twisted voice in her head. At one point, a rat startles her while she tries to relieve herself, and in panic, she stomps it to death. When she asks Seth if he plans to kill her, he coldly responds, "I hope not." Seth continues reading her journal and confronting her about her past. Holly reveals Claire isn't real anymore. She had once cheated with Eric. During a heated drive, Holly crashed their car and, in a fit of rage, killed Claire by stabbing her in the eye with a shard of glass. Everyone believed it was the crash that killed her, but the truth was far more sinister. Seth accuses Holly of being a killer, pointing out other suspicious deaths and insisting she needs redemption. Holly plays along, pretending to feel guilt. Meanwhile, Nate, the security guard at work, becomes suspicious and follows Seth, eventually discovering Holly locked in the basement. In a shocking twist, Holly subtly signals Seth to kill Nate. A brutal fight follows, ending with Seth stabbing Nate and crushing his skull with a cinder block. Together, they dispose of the body, burning parts, feeding some to the dogs, and erasing any trace. Seth lies, telling his boss that Nate quit. A detective later visits, investigating Nate's disappearance and suspecting foul play. Panicked, Seth tells Holly about the investigation. She manipulates him into proving his devotion by convincing him to cut off his own finger. As he offers it to her, Holly fakes compassion and tricks him into unlocking the cage by threatening self-harm. She kisses him, then slits his throat and escapes. In the end, Holly reunites with Eric and begins preparing to publish her journal as a fictional novel. But when she discovers Eric is still unfaithful, she doesn't react with anger. Instead, in a chilling final twist, it's revealed that she now has Seth imprisoned in a cage of her own. Whenever she feels the urge to kill again, she doesn't seek new victims. She simply mutilates Seth, giving him exactly what he always wanted, the chance to save her. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this recap, leave a like and subscribe for more 5-minute movie breakdowns. I'll see you in the next one.